Here's the legendary M14. A lot of people say the AR-10, the FAL should have beat this thing in trials, but in reality, something else should have beat them all, and that is the BM-59. Let's talk about what the M14 should have been. Welcome back to Class Firearms, guys. Kai over here with Mark from JRA. Mark, great having you here, man. All right, so today we're going to talk about the M14 and BM-59, and your company restores these things, and you know a lot about these things. You were issued way back in the day a little bit, but before you get there, tell us about yourself a little bit, and also your company and what you guys do, and then let's just dive right into it.
Okay, I'm the owner of James River Armory. It actually was a hobby business 30 years ago, doing Civil War muskets, but my love of history, we started getting into M1 Garands, 03s, a lot of historical military arms, and then I guess about 15 years ago we started getting into manufacture. The Garand here is an example of a restoration. The M14 and the BM-59s are technically new manufacture with original parts. Going into history, the U.S. came out of World War II. One of the biggest complaints about the M1 Garand was the 8-shot clip. You just limited yourself to the amount of rounds. So they wanted to go to a box magazine. Early in '46, I believe, John Garand started kind of adopting a BAR magazine. That turned into, as they went into NATO and developed 308, they started down the path that actually would become the BM-59. In 1952, one of the concepts, and Garand was kind of pulled off this project, was to go to a shorter receiver. It's the same, not really design, but it's the same concept. There are a lot of interchangeable parts between the M14 and the Garand. But they went to a shorter receiver and then a whole new made. The BM-59s, the Beretta picked up on a lot of the research, and he developed some phenomenal concepts like the muzzle brake. Most of the guns we see here started off life as a World War II M1 Garand. You know, they milled out the bottom of the receiver to get the magazine in it, but they came up. You know, the M1 Garand has one of the problems we had with the M1 Garand is John Garand had to design that to fit the 1903 bayonet. So you have a big S-bend in the op rod. Beretta went back to an inline straight op rod, which was the original, probably 1930 development. So you don't have that bend that can get thrown off. The op rod's a bit shorter. The gas system's a little shorter. Very, very reliable gas system. The biggest thing and the biggest development on this is the muzzle brake. Okay. You know, the barrel. Yeah, let's show this. The barrel will actually go in almost halfway. So unlike the M14, which it gets dropped, you can bend that. This will go up halfway. The whole pattern and the development of that brake takes almost all the recoil out. Also, the direct gas cylinder, or the direct piston, is a softer firing system.
Compared to M14.
The M14 has a piston, it's a little harsher. You'll feel that as we get into it.
So basically, what you're telling me is the M14 should have been BM-59.
It could have been. I mean, one of the things, there was a contract with Remington to start in 1962 to convert 2 million M1 Garands over to something very similar to this. But they were going to use the M14 magazine, but it got canceled in the politics of the day.
Okay, so they're going to convert to this BM-59.
They were going to very similar. I don't think they were going to use the grenade launcher, but
I see.
It's going to be something.
This little thing right here.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool.
That's a gas cutoff too.
That's actually pretty cool. So what about reliability? M14 has proven to be extremely reliable.
Right.
What about
you have the exact same reliability. They're all that turn bolt action. Actually, Kalashnikov himself admitted that he copied a lot of the features off of the M1 Garand, developing the AK-47. So if you look at the angles and the type of lugs, basically he just took the op rod, pulled it up on top, and you've got the same direct gas. Yeah, this gun will just keep going in environments that other rifles will not.
Gotcha. So in a way, basically, Beretta didn't just have enough money
Right,
to get this thing
right.
pushed out, right? So they have this, let's just quote unquote better product, let's just say, and it just didn't have the money.
Well, the Italians, I mean, post-war Italy was not what we think. That, you know, the Beretta of the 1950s is not the Beretta of today.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course.
They were just trying to survive. I mean, half the country was probably leveled, especially up in northern Italy, where a lot of the fighting was. They had, probably 500,000 M1 Garands that we had equipped the Italian army with when World War II had ended. And that's what they had. So they needed to join NATO. So they needed to come up with something. And this is what they did.
They converted to 308, 72i51, which is obviously a NATO caliber. And did they issue these to other militaries too, since the U.S. didn't obviously take them?
They sold them in foreign military sales. They also would have sales where countries that had our M1 Garands wanted to upgrade or modernize. This gun was originally select fire.
Okay.
So you know, you're competing with the M14, the G3, the FAL.
Yeah.
So
how did it shoot? Have you shot at Filata before?
Yeah, we had a dealer with a problem. It was a Class 3 dealer, had a problem. BM-59 brought it down to us, and we got it working. I was shocked how I mean, it was like shooting a Browning automatic rifle. It really was very controllable. I fired these on full auto, and you know, I'm not big enough to handle it. So.
And the reason for that is the gas system and the muzzle device. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. So the same reliability, pretty much, and better gas system, better muzzle device, shoots better shooting experience. I want to try these out. I actually want to see how they shoot. Compare the M14 to BM-59, and then basically kind of come up with my own opinion. I know I'm going to try to be as unbiased as possible, but before we get there, I know we've got some variations here.
All right.
Real quick touch base on these, and then let's get to shoot. What do you think?
Okay. Right. You know, just a real quick. What happened in Vietnam is you know, we were having problems with the M14, and they were transitioning to the M16. They needed a squad automatic weapon. They actually, if you start to look at some of the features that have been done on the M14E2, they're actually borrowing them from the Beretta.
Oh, I see. Okay,
you start to see they're trying to control the recoil.
Yeah, better muzzle device,
give them a bipod, and so they're kind of controlling, you know, trying to get something that's controllable.
And then that's
a dummy. This is semi-auto only.
Okay.
But that simulates the auto switch on an M14.
Okay. All right. Pretty cool.
We'll go into this. They were looking at for their specialty troops. You had the Alpine Ski Troops and the Paratroop Corps, something a little more convenient. So essentially they came up with a side folder.
That's pretty cool, pretty compact.
You know, you could have that strapped to your leg, you know, running around with skis, you throw it on, you know, it's a lot more, it doesn't, you know, the buttstock would beat the hell out of you. You're trying to.
So how does this, with this buttstock right here, you just open this up,
pull that out, and slide that down, that locks, it'll click, and then you got a button here.
And then it just, there you go.
Folds out. It's actually, you know, my first thoughts when I saw that with the with the narrow butt plate, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be rough.
How was it?
It's actually very comfortable to shoot. It's actually very comfortable.
I guess I'll shoot and find out.
All right, you'll find out. Yeah.
So this is.
Hopefully, you don't have a purple shoulder. But...
Yeah. We'll see. If I do, that means I had a good time.
Okay.
That's what I'm taking it as. All right. So, man, I'm curious about this. So, M1 Garand I fired a few times. It's a very iconic weapon system, obviously. Fantastic. I don't care what anybody says. It's a great weapon system. Hence why, obviously, we got the BM-59, which works fantastic thanks to Beretta. And now I fired the M14 a couple of times. I think I fired the BM-59 a couple of times, but nothing crazy. But now I want to shoot them side by side, see how it is.
All right.
So, let's go.
All right, let me show you one more thing. Okay. This is the BM-62. It's basically a 308 magazine-fed tanker Garand. The BM-62 was developed in 1962. It was designed mainly for like law enforcement or foreign military sales. You took a lot of the bells and whistles. You went to a 17-inch barrel. It's actually surprisingly accurate. The only thing is you kind of lost that muzzle brake. So
there is no muzzle brake whatsoever.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's a perfect truck gun. It's perfect if you're hog hunting.
Yeah. What's the recoil like on this one?
You'll find out.
All right. Let's go find out. All right, Mark. What is this?
All right, this is going to be our baseline model. This is the M1 Garand. This became the, I guess, the granddaddy of your BM-59 and your M14. So this will give you an idea of what the troops in World War II and the Korean War were facing, and then as they were fading in the new, as this thing was getting replaced by the M14 or the BM.
Okay.
You'll see what you got. There's a clip of ammo.
So I don't want to get a grand thumb. This is how it is, right?
Push hard. If you keep your hand behind the.
Is it? Oh, there you go.
It won't close on you.
So like that.
Yeah, then let go. Just tap it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. Okay.
Yeah, that's slick.
Let's give it a try. We got the safety off.
Safety.
100 yards, right? All right. So. Ooh, that sound. There it is. Hit. Nice. All right, so that's how it's done.
Yeah.
That's how it's done. I got a couple of hits, and he just nailed it. That's just. You're the expert. All right, so
and been doing this a lot longer than you have.
Yes, that's true. So, you guys recycle these things?
We reuse them. I mean, it's not like they're. I mean, these are original clips. They can, you can get a number of loadings out of them. So
that's pretty good.
I tell people if they get the clipped ammo, don't throw the clips away. You can get ammo.
And this is a good segue to kind of go into magazine versus clip. This is a clip.
Correct.
Right?
This is a clip.
And not a because magazine is you just kind of feed it into. It's magazine fed versus clip fed.
Correct.
Okay, so there it is, guys. All right, so this is obviously an iconic weapon system. I fired this before. It's a beast of a gun. I can't imagine. Back in World War II, folks were using this. I mean, 8 shots, right?
8 shots.
Yeah, 8 shots of 30-06 coming at you. That's nasty. And pretty easy to reload too.
And you compare to, with both the Germans and the Japanese, were 5-round bolt-fed magazines. So you're getting, 8 shot, and then, if we were a little younger, we could dump that 8 rounds in about 5 seconds.
And then reload pretty fast too, right?
Yeah.
Got you. All right, so now, what is it, M14 or BM-59? Which one do you do?
It makes no difference. Why don't you go to the M14's next up in line? Let's grab that.
Let's do it. All right, so what do we got here?
All right, next is your M14. This was adopted in 1957. Production didn't begin until 1960. We went over some of the earlier differences between the Garand and the 14. I don't know how many rounds he put in this, but it's a pretty full mag.
What is it, 20-round mag then?
It's a 20-round mag. Generally, you load about 18, or you start to run into some problems.
Okay.
This is one of our James River receivers that we did a while back, and
well, let's give it a try.
All right,
so you're gonna go first then, right?
All right.
Okay. Wow. Okay, that actually was really good. You were pretty accurate too. You were actually hitting pretty much all of them
all
too.
Right, yeah, we had a little bit of a hiccup at probably magazine. It's
okay. Related. Yeah, I saw that. What was that? Just didn't feed properly?
Yeah, it just didn't want to go all the way in. I'm sure it was just the magazine. The brand new mags.
Oh, I see that. The plate's coming out. Yeah. Well, let me give this one a try then.
All right. It's all up to you.
All right. Let's give this one a try. I saw that your stance is like this little marksman stance like that.
Yeah,
I was like, let me try that. All right. So. All right. Seated.
All right, you ready?
Yep. Good to go. Safety off. And let's see. Got the last one in. All right, good to go.
Burning all the oil off the barrel.
Look at this thing, just smoking pretty good. This actually, I thought this one kicked more than the M1 Garand.
To me, that kicks more than the M1 Garand.
Okay, so I'm not the only one. Yeah, I definitely had more recoil than the M1 Garand.
Next, we're going to shoot the BM-59.
Okay.
Compare recoil, accuracy should be about the same.
I'm curious about this one.
Okay.
All right. That was pretty good, man. That was awesome. All right, so I'll give this one a try. Let's see how the recoil difference is.
All right, to me it's a lot lighter, but
okay.
You tell me.
Again, M14 kicked more than M1 Garand. So let's find out with this one.
That'll be less than, you'll be surprised.
All right, good to go.
Locked in? Locked in,
and ooh, okay, pretty smooth action. All right, let's go. Safety. Oh. This absolutely by far.
What do you think?
Oh, it definitely kicks less.
Yeah, it's not like a 308, is it?
No, this one definitely, like, it's very, very noticeable. It kicks less than, almost like way less than M14.
Yeah.
M14 is like a little snappier.
Yeah.
You know, like it kind of, you feel it, like felt recoil. You feel it right here. This is softer.
What's the difference between a piston and a direct?
I see.
Direct gas.
This is really cool. So, okay, this is the BM-59, obviously. And I can see now why this should have been the M14.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we talk about reliability, obviously same reliability. Ergonomically,
it's the
pretty much same thing, and it gives you better shooting experience. Huh.
All right.
Well, that's what money does to you, right? So, are we gonna shoot something else?
Yeah, let's try the, do you want to do the 62?
The short barrel one, yeah, exact, short 62, short barrel one. I want to compare that recoil to M14.
All right, next we're gonna go and shoot the BM-62, kind of our tanker version.
Yeah.
It's essentially
no muzzle device. I see that.
There's no real muzzle device on this, so you don't have the benefit of the Beretta
and the short barrel.
No, I've fired these on a bench. They are accurate, but they I have a feeling they're going to kick. So,
all right, I'm going to compare this to the M14.
All right, you're going to make me shoot it, huh?
Oh, absolutely. I watch how it's done and then I do it.
Oh, okay.
All right, you're out.
Yep, we're out.
You're pretty accurate with it. That was actually pretty good, but I could see this thing was kicking more, recoiling more.
Yep.
I could see it. All right, let's give this one a try.
All right.
All right, let's see how it is. Put the mag in, it's seated, locked in, loaded. Send the bolt forward, off safe.
How you do?
All right. So, here's the deal. It kicks about the same as the M14.
Yeah, it's not quite as sharp, but it pushes you.
You can feel it. It does push you. You're right. M14 slaps you.
Yeah.
You feel that. This one kind of like hits you but further a little bit. It's a weird feeling, but it's about, I feel about the same recoil impulse, foot recoil with the M14, which is crazy. It shouldn't, because this should theoretically kick more.
Yeah,
but
like you now see what that Beretta design muzzle brake does.
Absolutely, it eliminates, but it mitigates the recoil significantly. So yeah, this is pretty good. So next up, we're gonna have that paratrooper.
We're gonna let's shoot the paratrooper.
I want
that narrow butt plate.
Yeah, I want to feel that one. So let's do it. All right, so this is the paratrooper version, and I want to try this thing out.
All right, yeah, the little butt plate looks intimidating, a narrow piece of steel, and we'll find out.
Let's find out. Yeah.
I may shoot two shots and give you the gun.
Okay, I like the pistol grip.
Yeah, it does. It does. All right.
Here you go. That
Not bad.
Good. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this thing, take the mag out, hand this to you. There we go.
All right.
Try mine. What I want to do is I want to try the regular trigger, and I also want to try this little. I feel like this would be pretty cool too.
I didn't even think about that.
Actually, you know what? Let me do this whole thing with this.
All right.
All right. So I'm gonna first put the mag in. There you go. And bolt forward, weapon off safe. Actually, let's put the weapon on safe first, and then bring the trigger so it doesn't go off on its own. There you go. Weapon off safe. All right, guys, so this is the trigger right here. So if I got mittens, whatever. In fact, I'll use 2 fingers. All right. Oh yeah, I feel that stock a little bit. Nice.
You like that?
I really like this.
How's your shoulder?
It's pretty good. Okay, it's not as comfortable as obviously the nice stocks, the wooden stocks over there, but it's not too bad. I thought it was gonna be worse.
Yeah, no,
it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Man, Mark, this was fun. This was a lot of fun, and now I have a better understanding of how an M14 shoots compared to a BM-59, compared to M1 Garand.
All right, what's your favorite?
By far, like it's not even close, right? BM-59.
Okay.
Because it shoots a lot smoother.
Yes.
Like significantly smoother. So here's the deal. This doesn't mean M14 shoots so terribly. It's a fantastic weapon system, obviously great. But BM-59 is just almost like there's a little hydraulic buffer in there or something.
It's much softer shooting.
Softer, okay? Yeah. It recoils, it shoots the same ammunition, obviously, but one of them just does this, and the other one just kind of, like, it's almost like kind of slows down a little bit. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a softer experience. Loved it, and I love that BM-59 gives us these options, right? You got the BM-62, the little short barrel version right here, which I thought, without a muzzle brake or device, I thought it'd kick a lot more than the M14. It still kicked about the same, but still a smoother a little bit in a weird way. I don't know, but it was really good. I have this option right here. We have the paratrooper option here, collapsible, foldable, I guess, stock with a pistol grip, and obviously traditional ones. And I like that it has these match grade, almost like match grade.
Oh yeah, you did real well when you went to the winter trigger.
It's like, this is, I decided to shoot like this, and I was more accurate.
Yeah.
So it was really, really good, and this is a really nice trigger. So I feel like BM-59 overall, with its specs and the way it shoots, the shooting experience, the recoil management, everything, was superior to me. So if I was spending my money, I'm spending it on BM-59. What about you?
I agree with you. you know, I literally grew up with an M14. I've got a soft spot for
You were
it.
issued to
I
it?
was issued an M14. My choice now, if I'm shooting one or the other, is I'm shooting the BM-59. I think I'm just getting too old.
Yeah, well, and you were very accurate with it too. So no, you were accurate with pretty much all of it.
Well,
quite honestly, but I think you were more accurate with the BM-59.
The winter trigger at 90 degrees in South Carolina is.
That is, you're right. Yeah, that's very good. And I want to give a shout out to obviously M1 Garand. This was just, man, all these years later, and it's still a very pleasure to shoot gun. That's a separate thing. That's it, Mark. Really appreciate your time. Thanks a lot for stopping by.
Thank
and bringing
you.
these things.
I appreciate this.
Absolutely. Definitely check out, guys, JRA. These guys do fantastic work and super fun to kind of hang out with you and learning about these guns. So
give you the history.
Yeah, thanks a lot for that. And don't forget to check out cfcontest.com. Good things happen there. Do you know anything about CF Contest?
No.
Okay, so CF Contest, all right, good. Now you'll know. That's a website that is ours. When you go there, you see some really, really cool, iconic, unique guns.
Okay.
And then, without violating any guidelines on YouTube, those guns could be in your safe, or in your safe, at no cost to you. If you go there, it'll explain why.
Okay.
That's all I gotta say.
We'll check that out.
Yeah, absolutely check that out. And guys, as always, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate your business. God bless, and we'll see you on the next video.